The Industrial Revolution ushered in a new era that threatened to transform the values of men. No longer would spirituality be their compass, but not all welcomed the change. In 1783, just as the fires of the Laki eruption had plunged all of Europe into an ashen darkness, a horde of demons spilled from the shadows and fell upon city after English city. It was a message. The Alchemy Guild, fearing the rise of industrialism and abandonment by their wealthy patrons, had done the unthinkable to defend their existence. Through recondite arts, the alchemists had created shard binders, humans transplanted with crystal that attuned them to demonic power. They sacrificed the shard binders, and in doing so threw the gates of the world open to humankind. Countless innocents died, and though the Church succeeded in vanquishing the Hell's End, a steep price had already been paid and collected. As for the shard binders, they were presumed to have all died in the sacrificial rite. However, two survived. Jebel, a boy for whom by some miracle the rite did not prove fatal. And Miriam, a girl who was spared the rite altogether on account of the strange slumber that took her just before it could begin. 10 years had passed. Mankind too soon forgets tragedy. The demons have returned, presaged by a great castle. And on this very hour, Miriam awakens. Upon learning Jebel is the architect of this new, bloodstained ritual, Miriam and the alchemist Johannes set forth for the accursed castle. Their galleon cuts through the water, lancing towards the inevitable.
Johannes, are you certain
It was Jebel's doing, Miriam. No mistake.
It's so hard to believe. I wouldn't even be alive if not for him. He's a good soul.
I know how you feel. But the facts are apparent, and the hell he endured 10 years ago would break the best of souls, Miriam. I want you to know that I'm sorry. What my brothers subjected you to, there's no forgiving it.
It was their transgression, not yours. You always took care of us.
Obviously, not enough.
Well, let it go, Johannes. We need to focus on the task ahead. If Jebel is responsible for the summoning, then I have to stop him. I gave him my word.
I ought to do it. He was my best friend.
But I'm the only one who can. The shard experiments prepared me for combat. 10 whole years.
I wish I had the answer. All I know is the spell that stopped time for you was advanced, arcane. But by observing the ebb of the magic's hold on you, I was able to predict exactly when you would wake up.
Oh.
We'll make landfall soon. I had the chest there packed with essential equipment. Now would be a good time to... Good. You're prepared. The next order of business is to...
I'll take care of it.
Was that a shard?
I'd forgotten the way it felt.
The demon's power was transmuted into that shard, which the strength you gain from it is undeniable.
I thought the procedure you discussed...
It did, but that doesn't guarantee...
I know my body's limits better than it, and I'm going to need all the power. And if I run into trouble, you can help me. You've...
Thanks for giving me a... Just promise you won't push...
How did they get inside?
The demons from the castle...
Then they can help me wake up these muscles of mine. This device responds to magic.
Sleeping Beauty. You've decided to awaken.
Jeeble, tell me you didn't do this.
How does it not? After all the sins...
Johannes told me what they did to you, and you're right, it's horrible. But what you're doing...
No! What the alchemists did was reshuffle our bodies. What I intend to do is reshuffle the world. I'd say I've earned the right. Join me, Miriam. You're the only one who understands the pain I feel.
What? And I was the one that came to you broken. Convinced...
This is nonsense.
You told me... Our power doesn't make us good, or I'd given up on my humanity. But you...
Master Jeeble, we must
Miriam, I tire of reminiscing. You're here to kill me, aren't you? Then first prove you can find me. Along the way, you'll have no choice but to absorb shards and avail yourself of the powers of hell. If you can still claim to be human at the end of it all, then perhaps I might be more inclined to Come, Gregory. We're leaving.
Jeeble, wait!
So, sleep. Come, Grip.
the Jeeble I know.
Bloodstained.
They've moved faster than we hoped. Miriam, we have to hurry. This was where we were supposed to meet our contact.
All right. But wait. Let me clear the area. There are still demons about.
Thank you.
You know who I am.
I'm sorry we couldn't get here sooner, Dominique.
So this is our contact.
Yes, the church sent me.
An exorcist. Then we're lucky to have you, Dominique.
And the church you, Miriam. Thank you for guiding her here, Johannes.
You wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important. But you should tell us why you need her. Miriam isn't one to shy away from danger, but she deserves to be armed with all the facts.
Yes, I told you when I contacted you that the Shardbinder Jeeble is responsible for summoning the castle.
Yes, there's no mistake about that. He admitted as much.
What? You spoke to him?
Then let me get right to the point. I find it curious that the outpouring of demons, facilitated by one Shardbinder, just happens to coincide with the sudden awakening of the other Shardbinder after exactly 10 years.
You're right, it is strange. But the church doesn't get to drag Miriam into this just because the timing is odd.
Oh, do you decide for her then? I asked you to bring her here so she could see the horrors that have befallen the village and make an informed choice. I have no intention of forcing you, Miriam.
You don't have to. I gave Jeeble my word that I would stop him. What happened here only strengthens my resolve.
Thank you, Miriam. I am sorry to put it on your shoulders.
Pardon me?
Oh, hello there. Are you all right? We didn't mean to ignore you.
I'm all right, thank you.
You are quite welcome. Do you have a name?
Anne.
What a lovely name! Anne, you shouldn't be out here. Let me take you somewhere safe.
Oh, all right.
Come on, this way. I did some looking around before, and this place seems secure.
Yes, agree.
Johannes, you, Anne, and I will remain here.
What? We can't ask her to brave the castle.
Don't be foolish. She is trained in combat. Are you? We would only get in the...
I'll be fine, Johannes. Please.
All right, but we'll be here if you need us.
Let's not waste any time. We have a lot to do.
Come back if you need anything. I'll get a workshop running so I can perform alchemy for you.
Thank you.
I know you're strong, but be careful.
I will. Dominique, what is all this machinery?
That is photographic equipment we've been working on.
Photographic?
To put it more plainly, it allows me to capture images of real life, landscapes, people.
What? Really? Can I try it?
Unfortunately, I don't have the silver bromide I need.
I'll see if I can find it. Be right back. Oh, right.
Oh, hello, miss.
Miriam, well, since this is your first time here, let me tell you
Please.
I have made arrangements so you can buy, and I would have liked to provide what you need for free, but seeing as we are largely, I will need money in order to keep the supply post stocked.
No, I understand. I appreciate...
I can also buy shards from you, if...
Wait. Is trade in...
Of course. The church would sooner gather them up and make certain that I am not permitted to sell them, but I can buy them off you. You may want to keep extras, since possessing multiple shards of the same type amplifies its power. But there is a limit, and more importantly, if you carry a large number...
May accelerate, but
I still recommend selling your shards as a means of making money.
All right. I know you're looking...
I think that explains everything. Now, what are you looking to sell? What are you looking to buy? Oh, I forgot to give this to you. It's the key to the building. You can use it to explore further in.
Thank you.
I invited the other survivors. They all have troubles that need resolving. If you can spare them the time.
I'll do what I can.
I know you will. Come.
Can't be.
Alfred?
Why are you here, Johannes? That fool of an apprentice should have stayed out of this.
You have a lot to explain for. After all the terrible things you've done?
All that is in the past. I'll not be defending my actions to you.
Don't I deserve it? You were like a father to me.
Enough, child. I am here for the book. Jeeble has the book.
What are you talking about?
If you don't already know, then let us keep it that way.
Alfred, how are you still alive?
Ugh, what were you thinking in coming here?
You can answer my question first.
All that matters is that I am alive. Did you come here for the book?
Book? The Liber Loci?
Make no mistake. I won't let anyone touch that tome but me.
Not even you should touch it. Didn't what happened 10 years ago teach...
I don't have time to argue with you. I just hope you are wise enough not to get in my way. You know full well my power exceeds yours. Take Miriam and leave this place. Otherwise, you will die.
I came here because something didn't feel right. But I didn't expect him.
Johannes, what is the Liber Logaeth?
It's a book the Alchemy Guild once possessed that allows for the summoning of spirits. The Guild used it to bring about the calamity 10 years ago. And the Shardbinder's crystal acted as a kind of catalyst.
A book like that shouldn't even exist.
I know. Alfred must be trying to restore the Alchemy Guild to power. But we cannot let him lay hands on the Liber Logaeth.
He said Jeeble had it. You know, I think I might have seen it.
It makes sense, considering the situation we're in. He must have gotten his hands on it after surviving the sacrifice.
So now I have to stop Alfred too.
No, let's focus on Jeeble. If we can get to him and the book before Alfred does, we'll kill two birds with one stone.
Good point. All right.
Dominique might know what to do about Alfred in the meantime. I'll head back to the village and see what she has to say.
Miriam. Oh, I... Stop.
Ah, here she is.
I know.
So, what I can do for you, but the alchemy is easier to show. What are we transmuting this time? Once I've transmuted an item, I'll pass it on. I'll do my best to inform you of what items you... But when it comes to items I don't know about...
I understand.
Also, the demon crystal you've obtained, the shards. Each shard requires specific material. Try it when you get the chance.
I think I will.
Also, neither one of us has been eating well. No wonder. If you bring me the ingredients, I can... With proper nutrition and a varied diet, you have the potential to get much... Hi, Miri. So, what'll it be?
Johannes, can you...
It started when the alchemist's research was expensive. The guild members didn't want to lose their wealthy patrons, so they warned again and again that demons would come if people let go of their spirituality. But people don't change that easily, so they...
You mean us? The Shardbinders?
Yes. It shames me that I was even connected to what they did. But...
It's all right. Thank you for telling me.
You there? It was awful. Those monsters came out of nowhere. We ran for...
Where are the other?
Dead, most of... Those devils after pa...
If it's within my...
Oh, thank you. Well, Miriam, I want you to hunt down the monsters.
All right.
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters. Help my husband rest in peace.
Miriam?
Alfred.
Fancy a ride, Billy?
Why? Are you offering one?
The rub, of course, is that
I d-
a shame you don't have a giant hand.